What is going on, guys? Today we're talking about lighting, which is one of the most important things that I brag and talk about because it's everything when it comes to video, okay? A camera without lighting is like a taco without its ingredients. It's just not great. It's okay, but you can make it better, right? It's like a taco. You go ahead and put the salsa, the onions. You can even add guacamole or sour cream. You know that's gonna taste so much better. My mouth is getting watery just talking about it. Same thing with the camera. Without its lighting, the camera will produce quality, but it's not going to get you the image you desire. So I guess before we break down the image we're breaking down today, let me show you guys real quick how much lighting can affect your image. So right now we're about to insert the backlight, which again, in this case, you guys just saw it. It just gave me like a nice little rim light here. In this situation here, you can go both ways. You can either do it on this side, the backlight, or on this side, because we have a neon sign over there, so we can use it to motivate. But there's also a window over there, so at this point, it's up to you realistically, you know, and that's a quick tip. Always try to motivate lighting. So in this scenario, it's a YouTube video, so I didn't have to think too much on it. Now let's go on to that tree. There's a tree back there, like a little, not a tree, but you guys know what I mean. It's like a big plant. If I turn that on, it made my skateboards pop. Just a little nice touch, right? I'm still separated. Everything's well controlled. And then it's too much shadowy on this side right here. That's cool. I just noticed like you can use your hand as a bounce. I mean, you're not gonna have it this close, right? But the last thing for this is going to be the fill light. And we're about to turn that on right now. And bam. Now we got the full lighting that looks great. But this is not the one we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a shoot that I just did. And I really want to break down, again, as always, just the value of lighting. So let's go ahead and start breaking down that scene. So the scene we're talking about today, which is kind of crazy because we shot it in a small little corner of my studio, and it actually turned out pretty great. So it's always good to have a team to kind of guide and try to make this all well worth it. But we had our subject in the corner, and I ended up shooting both scenes, one with all the film lighting turned on, and then the other one with just the house lights and all film lights turned off. So you guys can really see side by side how it looks. If you just shoot it originally without the lighting, you would think it's an okay image to a normal human. But once you really see the second one, you're like, wow, right? It's a night and day difference. So that's what we're gonna break down. It's the lighting and how we went about it. So the key light that we use for this scene is the Nanlite 720B. And this is one of my most versatile favorite lights out there. Number one, it's not as expensive as it should be. Number two, just a quality output, and it's strong as hell. So in this situation you guys watch, we do have a 6x6, and we also have the Nanlite 720B with a softbox to double diffuse the model. So that way she can have a very beautiful soft lighting on her skin. That was number one when it came to the key light. Now the second lighting that we used for this was an Aperture Infinity Bar for the 4-footer with the Ecrate. And that was to, again, motivate the lighting from behind her. There was a teal neon sign. And what we did was change that Infinity Bar to that teal color to match it. And again, motivate the lighting, make her pop. Because if you guys watch with the house lights all on, just shooting it, you're not going to get that blue color because, again, the whole house lights just wash everything off. So in order to really get those colors to pop and give you the certain look you want, you have to turn off all the house lights and start off with your film lights. And the last thing that we use for this scene is a 4x4 ultra bounce. And that was where the key light was coming from one side, and then the ultra bounce basically gets the light and brings it right back to give her a nice soft feel. Again, we're working with a model and we want to implement the softest lighting possible. And then we had two little flashlights that I had John basically running around the disco ball as she's spinning it to go ahead and get that look that the disco ball is supposed to provide when it's spinning, right? And to kind of finalize the whole scene, in order to kind of get the rays out of the disco ball, we did run haze. The haze didn't really do as strong as we thought it would do in order to provide the rays coming out of the disco ball, but it was, you can kind of see it. It's very subtle, but again, night and day difference, right? From before and after. Again, I know it looks all crazy and whatnot. Very minimal setup can get you this. You don't need a 6x6 with a softbox to soften the image that much. You can still get it done. It won't be as soft, but again, it'll still be soft because you're providing a softbox for the image. So that's it for this video. Very simple. Wanted to break it down to you guys so you guys can, again, understand lighting is everything. You can't walk into a studio or walk anywhere and expect to get a great image. For the most part, if you're inside a studio with 0 windows, do not walk into a studio with 0 lighting. Invest in lighting. I don't want you guys to look at this video and be like, well, you have all this lighting, of course you can get this look. And that's not the case, because when I started off, I invested a lot of my money, a lot of credit cards into investing in myself to better myself. So we're done for today. If you guys like it, again, comment tacos, and I will catch you guys on the next one.